I don't even know the words to put on it. It reminded me something of Germany over Brazil in the World Cup semifinal from, I think, about 6 years ago on the men's side of things. I know some people are banging on the women because they poured it on and they celebrated. First of all, if you can't celebrate scoring a goal in the World Cup, then I don't know what you can celebrate. And second of all, goal differential matters. Like, that is one of the first tiebreakers in this tournament once you get past points, meaning whether win, lose, draw, how many points you get in that regard. So I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great. I thought it was the perfect start to the tournament. And I don't think anyone could have anticipated Alex Morgan scoring 5 goals. A hat trick would have been remarkable. She almost went for the almost impossible double hat trick. It was great. It was great, and I think it maybe sent a message to France, who was the betting favorite all of a sudden in this tournament, of what the U.S. women's team has in store.
If the men had that type of lead, what would people be saying? Oh, drill them. Yeah. Pour it on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The men have scored 13 goals in World Cup play. 6,000 days. That's how long it has taken them. All right? So they are the crown jewel of our soccer program, and we're so glad to have them. We're in the World Cup because of our women.
That's great.
Great way to open.
Yeah, they just scored another one. Good.
Time now for us to go viral. Talk some football. Antonio Brown will look to turn heads in his first year with the Raiders, and luckily for us, HBO's Hard Knocks cameras will be rolling.
We bring the energy. We bring the juice. Let's get the ball back. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. Good job. Now run. Here we go. Cut. Tight. Turn those shoulders. Ready to the cone. Get it. In. Good job. Hit that hard.
I know it feels like the audio didn't quite match the visual, but let's get excited because there are a ton of storylines and so much drama to be discussed.
This is the best pick for the NFL.
Of course.
I mean, to me, the Antonio Brown, John Gruden, Derek Carr.
Perfect. Fonson's perfect.
All of it.
Incognito's there.
It's real drama. And Jay Gruden, who, remember, John's brother was asked about Washington getting Hard Knocks. He said, man, I think you guys should go to Oakland. I mean, it will be, Jenna's going to come out of this loving Antonio Brown. She's been all anti-Antonio Brown.
Of every
she's going to end up loving Antonio Brown. How do you think this is going to play inside that locker room, C?
Not going to be good, man. It's not going to be good. This is not the way that you put a team together, the way they constructed. They let all the good characters, great guys you want to introduce to your sister or something. Well, I got another sister since you married my other sister, but Amari Cooper,
Khalil Max are gone.
All the good guys, they're gone. Now they got a bunch of dysfunction. Oh, this is going to be ugly. This is going to be ugly.
But there wouldn't be.
And they're going to definitely have double-digit. They definitely going to have double-digit losses.
You think so?
You think that's a winning formula? Oh, this is going to be comical. I'm excited for you.
See it. I can't wait to see it.
Someone needs to
This is the best team they could have picked for it, even if it's not a good team.
When was the last time they had a good team on Hard Knocks?
I think 2 of them made the playoffs.
Oh, okay. They've been doing
this
about
13 years.
Okay.
You're right. All right, I'm just saying, I'm a fan. Time for stories to start your morning, brought to you by the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil. All right, Kevin Durant reportedly did travel to New York for further testing and evaluation on his probable Achilles injury. And according to Chris Haynes, Durant was nowhere close to 100% before taking the court for Monday's Game 5. Nick, with all that, what is KD's best option this offseason?
Whatever he thought his best option was before the Achilles injury, he should still be his best option. I believe that was always coming to New York. I think he will still come to New York. I know there's been some speculation, that he could opt into that last deal in Golden State. Basically, got hurt on their dime, recover on their dime. But if you opt in there, then you're doing your recovery out there. You're around those trainers, you're around those coaches, those players, when that's not your long-term plan. So I think it's what it was beforehand, which is coming out here.
Yeah, I believe he's going to still come to New York. I would advise him to come to New York. And I believe it's important that he's consistent in his messaging because the free agent class this year, it's the catch. This is where you want to be. This is the best class you'll have over the next 5 years. So you need Kevin Durant at the forefront saying, yes, I'm rehabbing, but I just need an organization and one other superstar to believe in me to start building momentum that when they're going to put a championship team. Kevin Durant will be competing for championships, and it's important that he encourages someone else, someone like Kawhi, Kyrie, that they'll join him here in New York.
All right, moving on to Game 6 now. Warriors back at home, and they're favored by 3 points over the Raptors Thursday night. Nick, what do you make of the line?
Tremendous respect for the Golden State Warriors in this point spread. The fact that, as we've discussed, they have been thoroughly outplayed. In this series, we obviously know Kevin Durant's not coming, that the Raptors won the previous 2 games in Oracle, that they're the healthier team right now. For this game, I didn't think the Raptors would be favored in Oracle, but I thought it would be a pick'em. The fact that it opened at 3.5 is now sitting at 3. It is an amazing amount of respect the betting public is giving to the 2-time defending champs.
This is what Vegas is doing. They're daring you to bet on the Raptors. Just the way that when they put the line before the series, they were daring you to bet on the Raptors. And if they put a line out there that is supposed to be what it is, either 1 point or a pick'em, then everyone puts money on the Raptors. That's what they're doing, Nick. They've been doing this for years. I'm trying to coach you up on this. And I swear I know these numbers, but I just know people gambling, how they sucker a bunch of you guys in the betting. This is a sucker bet.
To the NFL now, and it looks like the New York Giants have a legit quarterback battle on their hands. Pat Shurmur said the Giants will, quote, play the very best player. Your choices, just to recap for you now, Eli Manning and Daniel Jones. Take your pick. See any chance Eli Manning isn't the Week 1 starter?
No chance.
None.
No chance. They need to stop lying. I get tired of the Giants lying all the time. Oh, man, Eli is playing great football. Remember, we were lying to him about the stats and everything. Oh, man, I watched all the tapes. I watched all the games. Listen, Daniel Jones can't beat out no Eli Manning, as bad as Eli is. And Eli's not going to be playing with any type of pressure on him. He's not going to play in the preseason games where they're evaluating him over Daniel Jones. Like, this is no competition.
So why do you think the part about this I don't understand is...
Because they don't know what they're doing.
So I just don't understand why you would say
and you could be doing a job for a long time and still not know.
Pump up Daniel Jones to make people...
But you pump him up to then just have a guaranteed disappointment, seemingly that he lost to competition. Why not do what you
get him in there earlier.
Right? No, I mean, I just, why not do what I think most teams would do, would say, listen, Eli's our starter. Daniel Jones is going to compete to be the backup.
They were telling us that before the draft.
Right.
That's all they kept telling us. Eli's got a lot of football left in him. Eli's got a lot of football left in him. And now they're setting
Daniel Jones up to lose a competition.
So you can't contradict yourself and try to force him in when you told us that Eli can play a lot more.
All right, finally, moving on to football teams whose quarterbacks give us good sound bites, namely the Pittsburgh Steelers. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2013 last season. With their divisional rivals on the rise, like the Browns and the Ravens, some have started to count the Steelers out. But according to the clean-shaven Ben Roethlisberger, even lost a little LB there in the face. That would be a big mistake.
We're still the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're still going to go out and try and win every football game. It's been a long time since we've been to the big one. You know, like I said, if everyone puts forth the effort that we all think we can, and with the talent that we have in this room, we feel pretty confident that we can be pretty good.
What do you let's see.
That Ben is he's a professional. Ben said, mini camp, I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to trim my beard, take my beard off. People are going to, but you don't realize, Ben, you still got that double chin, bro. Like, you're still a big dude, man. Like,
is he right, though, that the Steelers shouldn't be playing up the underdog role this season?
Well, this is the thing. Pittsburgh Steelers have always generated a lot of respect. So people doing shows, they can say whatever they want to, but the real football community, the one that really, really matters, they respect Mike Tomlin. They respect Ben Roethlisberger. They respect the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because as long as you've been alive, and I don't care how long you've been alive, the Pittsburgh Steelers, if they play in football, they're going to put a competent team out there. That's what they've done. Ben Roethlisberger is one of the best quarterbacks of his generation, and we know if the league is the same as it has been the last 20 years, and you got a great one, then you got a chance. The Pittsburgh Steelers have that chance.
I don't know why, though, they wouldn't embrace the nobody believes in us chip that seems to work so well in this league, that has worked for other teams, when for the first time in a very long time, it's a believable chip for Pittsburgh. Because, listen, we talk about them underachieving, but what is true, since, forget how long you've been watching, just over the last 5 years, since 2015, only the Patriots and Chiefs have won more games. Since 2015, only the Patriots have played in more playoff games. So this is a team that even during an era where we're saying they have not achieved to the level of their talent, they've been more productive and more successful than nearly every team in the league. But now all of a sudden, with the talent going out the door, with Ben Roethlisberger going into year 16, they would have the ability to say, oh, everyone's on the Browns. The Ravens were better than us last year. We're going to prove those people wrong. It just doesn't seem to be authentic to who they are.
I don't think the underdog thing works. It only works one place, and that's in New England. It don't work anywhere else in the league. There is no other team, franchise in the league that says, you know something, we're the underdog and it works. All right, people might try to manufacture that. Oh, lack of respect. They brought the dog mask out. They went on a run. That team played remarkable. All right, for them to be able to get home field advantage, that's how Nick Foles and them were able to win. But where else? There's nowhere else. People might say it as a soundbite in a press conference, but that only works in New England because it's an organizational thing. You can't adopt something in the offseason and say, you know something, this is how the organization is going to run. No, because guys at their own position, they don't feel that way. But New England, because of their stories, Tom Brady, all those teams passing over him, Edelman as a quarterback at Kent State, coming to be a wide receiver. They don't have all the household names.
Right.
They got a bunch of retreads and everything. So they're the only one that this works for because they do have less talent. The rest of these guys are brash. The other 1,500 guys in the league are like, listen, I'm good. That's the reason why I'm here. So you can't sell that to them. You're trying to sell them a lie.
I got to ask before we move on. Last year, the Steelers were your preseason pick. Of course, they did have Antonio Brown, at least coming out of the AFC.
2 years ago, they were a preseason pick to win the Super Bowl.
Last year, you were at least close.
Yes.
You kept rooting for him. Where do you have them this year? Because I know you're so high on the Browns.
I think the Browns are the favorite in the division.
How much worse do you think they are this year?
Oh, I think they will be fighting for that 10th win and fighting for that wild card spot. I mean, I don't think they're the favorites in the AFC North anymore, and that's the first time I feel that way about this team in quite some time.
And they could be the third best team in their division. Baltimore, returning from the playoffs, they got a nucleus of players that's going to have something to say about it.
All right, let's get back to the NBA now. The big